Now, Bayern need to find a replacement for Manuel Neuer after his broken leg, I think skiing, wasn't it? Gab, what are their options?
So there's talk of Alexander Nubel, who I thought his loan to Monaco was permanent. I think there are some clauses in which they can try to get him back if he wants to come back. They're also talking about Jan Sommer, who's 6 months away from free agency. Obviously, Nubel you can bring in and then move out again when Neuer's fit. Sommer is a veteran player, very good goalkeeper. I think they do need to figure something out because there's a lot of silverware at stake for them. Isco has terminated his contract with Sevilla after just 6 months and is a free agent. Robbo, are you a fan? Because I am, and he's a really talented player, and I want to see really talented players play football.
4 years ago, when it was him or Gareth Bale getting into the Real Madrid side when they were going through the Champions League, I was an Isco fan. He was excellent. He was
because you like him more than Gareth Bale.
Yeah, and he played in that sort of. He played on the right hand side, but kept on tucking in field. He made lots of good. He was good tactically. He was good on the ball. He was creative. But over the last 3 or 4 years, when I've watched him play, he lacks fitness now. He lacks that pace to get away from people. He looks like a player, an indulgent player. So he's not the same player he was maybe 3 or 4 years ago. And I'm not surprised that he's gone away from Sevilla because it wasn't really happening for him.
So, but if he's fit, you'd want him on your team, right?
But he's got to get fit. It's not always easy to get a player fit. If he's lost the enthusiasm, he's lost that hunger, it's sometimes hard to get a player fit. You can't just be talented. Now, Mexico keeper Memo Ochoa is a free agent and is reportedly on his way from America to Salernitana. Gabby, your thoughts on that? Salernitana.
So, I'm pleased. First of all, some respect for Salernitana. They're in mid-table in Serie A, as you know. I'm pleased if Ochoa comes to Europe. I think it's one of those kind of moves. Salernitana did this. They occasionally, they bring in. They had Frank Ribery there. They'll bring in guys for effect or older players. If Ochoa wants to have go in Serie A, by all means. I don't think Salernitana had a major goalkeeping problem. Lucas Sepe, I think, had done a decent job. And again, I was in Doha. If Lucas Sepe got injured in the last week, and I don't know, Salernitana fans, please don't have a go at me. But yeah, I hope he comes over to play and we get to see him. I like it when people challenge themselves and challenge yourself in a new league. He's done the business with Mexico. I think this was his 5th World Cup, 4th World Cup, something like that. So well done to him. Juventus are in a tough spot financially and are reportedly willing to let Adrien Rabiot go for $15 million in January. Now, obviously, he has an expiring contract as well, but he's 27. He's been a lot better this year. A lot better than we thought he was going to be. And he's both for Juve and for France.
I thought he was excellent for France in the World Cup. I thought he had that drive again. For Juventus, likewise, he's a good athlete. He's a good footballer. I think the question mark has always been his character. He's been a bit of a sulker and not quite happy with certain things that are going his way.
Yeah,
but in terms of his football, I think he's a top class player, and I think at the moment he's playing at the peak of his.
Would you sign him at your club?
I would have to look into his character, but in terms of his quality and what he can bring to your team as a midfield player, I would absolutely sign him. Yes, no question about it.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.